Hello everyone and welcome back. I haven't done that much since the last episode. I've obviously attended to my crops. And I've stuck in lights. Look at this. We've got some wall lights and we've got some nice ceiling lights. Although I've had an idea of something I wouldn't mind doing, and it might involve going outwards this way a little bit. I'm going to extend it this way a tad. But as you can see, I've put all of these things down. The jewellery there. And I've knocked out this wall. This is where we're going to go out. The idea will be, this will be a corridor. And there will be dinosaurs going up both sides. So that's going to be the major construction today. And I might be going out this way a tad as well. But I'm not sure about that yet. So we'll wait and see. Yeah, I haven't literally done anything other than that. I did look for... Hold on, I want to talk to him before the night. Here we go. 25 new discoveries. Allow me to add to your record. Encyclopedia coins bringing your total to 445. Perhaps this should be a somewhat unorthodox reward, but I no longer have room for this painting. We got a painting! 300. I have a few more people of sturdiest of his surrounding. We will manage to catalogue the entire island. Fancy displays. 400. Must be quite an avid historian. Almost reminds me of my younger self. What are these? Natural bug displays. Natural fish displays. I can award you 15 explorer points. Okay. I mean, that's weird because I only have those extra ones because you gave them to me. Oh, Lord. What did he just give me? I've got so many new things. Alright, well, it's very dark and it's almost night. So, what have we got? We've got one unpolished. Oh, yeah. Also, I spoke to a bunch of people. There is definitely something going on in the forest, which isn't nice. Because the people are saying they can hear growling and things in the forest. Also, I've got another post box for someone else who wants to move here. Let's have a look. So we've got a painting. We've got fancy fish display. And we've got fancy bug display. I can buy them now. And we've got fancy small fish display. Then we've got large natural fish display. Natural bugs and natural fish. Okay, alright. So let's go and have a little sleep. And then we will look at stuff in the morning. Hello, I'm going to interrupt myself. Because I've noticed that whenever I do the speedy bits, I don't really talk. Because it's a little bit difficult to talk. But I'll just talk over it after the fact. I can tell you what it is that my plan was and how I was doing it and all that kind of nonsense. So, this is me starting the idea. I want to see how it looks first. And I think it looks good. But I come to the conclusion that I want a bit of a corridor before it opens out to show you what's there. So, that is the original plan. I'm going to expand out by a few, first of all. Then it's going to have a step up. And then it will go 3, I believe I designed. With the idea being that it then opens out. So you've got a little bit of a corridor that will then lead out into the actual dinosaur section. Because, let's be honest, how many museums have you been to that have one big massive room with everything on display? Of course they don't. They're in corridors and things. So none of this will count towards the actual build status because none of it is within the radius, which is a shame. But there you go. So that is the idea. I put floor up there. Ignore that. That is the idea. So I put the walls on. This is the corridor. And then from this point, it goes out and has a display for the dinosaur bones. I cut a lot of this because it takes a little while to buy all of the materials. I did start making the materials myself, but I came to the conclusion it was easier and cheaper to just buy them. So technically that's the idea. Now I don't know how many I'm going to need to go out yet. I haven't measured at this point. I just wanted to put a few blocks down to see how it looks. Again, with the plan that I want it to look like it's a different floor. Now, as you can see, I'm actually measuring. You can see that, yes, I know exactly how many I need it to be now, because I basically want it to be... I basically want this to be... I want there to be a gap on either side of the dinosaur skeleton. And the idea is I'm going to try to have it so that there are an equal number of dinosaurs on each side, and that there are equally spread out as well. I don't want it to look like all the big dinosaurs on one side, all the little ones on the other, because that'll just look weird, I think. So I haven't actually measured how big it needs to be, but I know the width is now definitely correct, so I can put the wall in for the width. And what I'll have to do is I will then have to start bringing the dinosaur bones over, with the idea being that I'll just have to place them down and then carry on building if it's needed. I do have the Triceratops head missing still at this point, but predominantly all the other dinosaur skeletons are complete. And I decide that I'm just going to do what I have got left, because I've only got 20 of the wood, so I'm going to do that, finish that off. It was coming to more of the day as well. And then I'm going to finish off the wall to make sure the wall is the right height. I'm not sure what to put as the roof as of yet. I wouldn't mind like a glass ceiling, but I don't think there is such a thing. So I'm really not 100% sure what to do about the ceiling yet. But it will sit on top of this. This is going to be the height of the wall, with the roof slightly higher than this. Like the next one up. And now I'm going to cut to myself. Hello people, welcome back. So that was a lot of building, so obviously I'll speed all that up and probably talk over it for you. Hello dude. So as you can see, I've put a nice little rope fence. I think that looks fantastic to guide in. These are all the new ones he gave me. I've just dumped them all down with a picture just to get them down. But this is the corridor. This is what I'm building towards. So you see, this is the idea. I've even got some dinosaurs in it. You see, look at that. And the idea will be essentially that it will just be one long corridor that will go all the way down, filling up every dinosaur skeleton that there is. So obviously the construction is going to be quite big for this, and as such it's probably going to be relatively fast paced. I have spoken to people and no one else seems to have many other missions. I've still got yeah, he asked me for a mission. I failed it because I couldn't cook it, but she asked me to deliver something and I did it. I still have the Ancient Evil mission, which is about something in the forest, and I don't know what I'm looking for yet, but I'm focusing more on this build than anything else because I love to get this finished. And as far as like dinosaur bones are concerned, I've literally only got 3 more to find. Yeah, I want to get this thing finished. I really, really do. So I want to try and find those free. So I might do a little bit of grinding of that. Just literally wander to look for those bits. But, you know, we'll see. I'm going to go asleep now. I'm finding the only problem being a farm sim, I need the money, is the actual farm takes up half the day. So I can't quite build as much of stuff as I want, but I do need the money. And as you can see, I've got a different type of stone floor in here to in the corridor. And then it's a nice little wooden floor that goes into where the dinosaurs are. So that's the plan. That's how it looks so far. I think it looks pretty cool. And we'll see how much I can carry on with. Thank you very much, me. Yes, if I'm being honest, that was a little bit of a gripe, but I really don't mind the farming. I love it. That was very much what brought me to the thing. But what do you think? I love it. I love the rope bridge. I just happened to catch it in one of the shops and thought, oh, I can have a rope separating people from the exhibits. That's it. That's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Now, I have done a little bit of grinding. I did not find out what was angering people in the woods yet. So that is not continued. But I was able to get the last item on a plinth. So I've only got 2 things missing now. The weird circle thing and the Triceratops' head. So that is what I'm going to be left with. I don't know what the circle thing is. But I do know what the Triceratops... because I have the Triceratops' legs. So, I know that I can put down the legs and I can adjust for the size of where the head will be. And if it needs a little bit more space, I can move the dinosaurs around. So now I know exactly the length that I need to make it. And as such, I have now got, I think, at this point, all the dinosaurs with me. So that I can place them all down and I can actually do my best to finish this corridor, because you see, as any good farmer knows, summer is almost over. Autumn is coming very rapidly, and once autumn gets here, I don't know which crops I have that will survive and won't. So I am going to have to do a whole new farming. I'm going to have to do a whole new farming check. I need to basically buy everything that I currently have. If it's not immediately obvious that what will and will not grow in autumn that I've already planted, I'm going to have to buy one of each again and check what the description says and then just sell it back. I don't lose anything in translation for that, so I can do that anyway. And then I'm going to have to find a whole new bunch of crops for the autumn. So I don't know about that. I'm going to have a see what there is. I do have a new tree. You may see it as I'm walking back home. I don't know if I show it off. But I spoke to Farm Fan and she gave me a bunch of melon seeds, which are only summer, I think. If I can remember correctly, they're only summer, and we're at the end of summer, so I didn't bother planting them. I just sold them. And a new tree. Can't remember what the tree was, but it was like summer and autumn. So the tree will be fine. So that's planted and it's on its way. Here we go. So I now have the dinosaurs. I did have an idea for something I wanted to do, but that went out the window. Didn't work. I didn't have enough dinosaurs. I realised I had a duplicate, so I can get rid of that one. Basically, a little peek behind the curtain here. I have a plan, a whole completely separate plan for the aqua-based dinosaur skeletons. They are not going to be part of this here. Yes, I'm going to have the mammoth here, but that's fine. The mammoth will fit. It's okay. So I've discovered that there are now 6 whole skeletons that are not included in aqua-based animals. What I wanted was this one. I wanted this one to be right at the end of the corridor, facing the person as they're walking into the corridor. That didn't work because I didn't have enough actual skeletons. I didn't want to have the idea for the aqua skeletons, but only use 1 or 2. You can see there I've only got 2 left. I don't know what the round one is, but for now, I know roughly what I'm doing. Trying to get things in the right place. Getting confused with what's going to go where. Like I said, I want there to be a decent enough gap between all of them. So I decided to shift all these up just a tad, just to kind of make the spacing look more correct. And then this is the back for the Triceratops, so we just need the front for that. And then I need 10 more on each, so there we go. 12 more on each, maybe 10 or 12. And then that's it. That is the end of the corridor. Now, that's not the end of the display. There is now going to be something extra that I've come up with. If I can't put the Triceratops at the end, I'm going to put something else at the end. So I'm going to shut this end off, but it's going to carry on ahead and go up another step. Boom, there we go. There we go. So we're now finishing this off. And now obviously it is getting dark again, so I am not going to be able to fully complete this because it is going to go up another 1, maybe 2 steps, and there's going to be another little corridor-ish like there was at the beginning, like an enclosed corridor, a couple of steps, and that's kind of how I'm going to be progressing with this in the future. But it is night time and I can no longer go any further because I have an issue. You see, this is me just checking. There's going to be 2 steps up and there's going to be a bit of a corridor out. And that way, I'm not 100% sure. If we're being honest, I feel like I might extend it a few more, so I might go kind of corridor, then 2 steps, rather than coming straight up the steps. I'm not sure, but this is all going to be for another video, because this is as far as I get. Now, I would normally cut to myself here, to explain what it is that I have to do, but I'm going to cut myself off entirely. And I'm going to just talk over whatever it was I said at the beginning. What I now want to do is, I like the idea of having the bugs on one side and the fish on the other. But this egg and the footprint very much belong to the dinosaurs. So I'm going to actually stick their displays on the way down. Because you get displays in the middle of corridors like this. You see, I know what I'm doing here. I am a designer. Just a builder. I love to build and design and to create. So there we go. This is how it's going to end, because it is night time. It's almost day and we are now on the 1st of autumn. As much as I want to finish off what it looks like inside and I want to change what this is going to be, I can't do it now, because I need to spend the first day of autumn sorting out my autumn crops, making sure I've got enough stuff growing to make some money. I have a lot of money, but as you can see from this corridor, I have big plans. Plus I want to find the final 2 things I haven't found yet, and I want to work out what the scary thing is. So that'll all be the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my museum. I'm not going to have a proper walk through it until it's fully complete, and I've still got a couple of bits to do. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, because this isn't the only thing that I am currently building. Next week there will be a whole new series starting in a different game, but it is still very creative, so you can keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you again next time.